For the 8th grade material you're going to be working on today, we are going to be practicing changing decimals to fractions. Now, in previous years, you learned how to change a terminating decimal to a fraction, and we need to continue practicing that in addition to the 8th grade material, which is changing a repeating decimal to a fraction. So just as a reminder, if the decimal expansion is terminating, you use place value. If the decimal is repeating, you use the 9 rule or the algorithm if the repeating pattern doesn't begin right away. So take a look at example 1. Think about it. Is this a terminating decimal or a repeating decimal? Well, this would go on forever. The line shows that this would be 83, 83, 83, 83. It goes on forever. So if it's a repeating decimal, then you're going to use the 9 rule to change this to a fraction. Or if the repeating pattern doesn't start right away, you're going to have to use the algorithm. Well, the repeating pattern starts right after the decimal. You'll see that line is over the 8 and the 3. So we can actually use the 9 rule. So when I make my fraction, I put the pattern in the numerator. So the pattern is 8, 3 before it starts over again. 8, 3, 8, 3, 8, 3. And then you put the repeating pattern over the same number of 9. So if the repeating pattern is 2 numbers long, you put it over two 9s. And then finally, you just need to see if 83 over 99 can be reduced. Well, 99 breaks down into 9 times 11. 9 breaks down into 3 times 3. So all you have to do really is check and see if 83 can be divided by 3. Well, 8 plus 3 is 11, and 11 is not divisible by 3, so neither is 83, so 3 doesn't work. And 88 is divisible by 11, and 77 is divisible by 11, but not 83. So that is our final answer for number 1. Number 2, this is a terminating decimal, meaning it ends. It doesn't go on forever. So to change a terminating decimal to a fraction, you use place value. So this place is the tenths place. So I would put the 7 over 10. So this 5.7 is the same as 5 and 7 tenths. And then number 3 is this repeating or terminating. Well, 1, 6, and then it doesn't continue forever. It stops. Since it ends, it's a terminating decimal. And to change a terminating decimal to a fraction, use place value. So I count my places, tenths, hundredths. So the 16 goes over 100. And then 16 over 100 I can reduce. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 100 divided by 2 is 50. And then I can divide each by 2 again. Half of 8 is 4, half of 50 is 25. 25 breaks down into 5 times 5. That's the prime factorization of 25. So all I have to do is check and see if 4 can be divided by 5, and it cannot. So the answer number 3 is 4/25. That's how you write decimal 1/6 as a fraction. To summarize, if you have a repeating decimal, we can use the 9 rule in most cases. If you have a terminating decimal, you're going to use place value to change that decimal to a fraction.